Welcome to day 24 of the 3-day challenge. We are close to an end to the series, but okay, so I'm kind of excited to end this series because I want to post like the execution traits and then the recap, and not like I do not like the title and everything of this one, but um, yeah. So let's start. We have the 10 a.m. jolts. I was planning to be done before that. Today I traded both London and New York. And in London, I was on the wrong side of the market. Let me first go with the London session, then we'll go with the New York. So with the London session, I expect so we can see that price was going up. We used this equilibrium and then the inversion, and we are pushing up. This is the target right now. The problem here is that I wanted to see price push down into here and then go up, because we had these two hard time frame levels, which was not the greatest idea. I should have went with the trend. If we are going up, I need to search for longs. So basically what I did in the lower time frame here, I marked out this high, which was the previous day's high, and then we also had Asia highs, which were right here. So we had these Asia highs and previous day's highs. Once we took them out, right prior to 250, I marked this as an order block, and I waited for price to retrace back into it, and once it did, on the 2-minute time frame, I saw price giving me an inversion right here, which is why I entered. So we inversed this fair value gap, and I entered right there, and I got stopped out instantly. Now the problem with this is that I was obviously on the wrong side of the market. Now when I look back at it, we can see that price is going up. So what was the reason for me to short, even when I had this order block marked out? So the real trade that I should have taken and paid a bit more attention to the actual structure of the market and what it was doing. So we can see price moving lower into the 4-hour order block, and from there I'm expecting price, or I should have expected price, to take out the daily buy set, which was right here. Okay, so daily buy set, which was right here, the swing high. Let's see what we should have done in this case. So we see price moving lower into this. We see price move lower into the 4-hour order block, and we see price taking out this pool of liquidity right here. And if we want to refine it a bit, this is a 15-minute order block right here. What did I do? Okay, so yeah, this was a 50-minute order block right there. So if you want to refine it a bit, and this was a sell-side liquidity pool, we push lower, we sweep that. What are we looking for the next? We are trading only after 250. So with this, I should have seen that this was just a break structure right here. So this would be a break structure, and we have a 50-minute fair value gap like this. So what I should have suspected is that we are going up. We use the 4-hour order block to reach these targets. So what I should have done is go to the 5-minute and then just wait. From 250, we drop lower into the 50-minute fair value gap, and from here I can definitely look for a 1-minute inversion or something like that. So let's see. Right here we have an inversion. After price reached into the 50-minute fair value gap, we have an inversion on the 1 minute. We inverse this with this second candle, so the entry would be here. The stop would be below this low for 7 pips, and then you can target the daily buy set. This would be the actual great trade that I should have taken today, but I was on the wrong side, so I did not even look at it from this point of view, which is on me, honestly, but it's fine. Okay, so we can even see this on the 5-minute. It's the same as the 15-minute. It's even more refined. So firstly, as you can see, we break structure here on the 5-minute, and we leave this 5-minute fair value gap right here, and we leave, let's see if price reached it, the equilibrium of this range. I do not think so. No, it did not reach it, but we reached into the 5 minutes. So from this point, we have swept liquidity. We reached into a PD array. We are bullish. we gave confirmation on the 5 minute that we want to go higher by giving a break of structure, and then we dip below into 5 minute fair value. From here on out, all you need is an inversion on the lower time frame from that 5 minute, which is what we showed right now. So basically this would be the inversion. So this is the correct trade that I should have taken. Now, yeah, that one, the trade that I took was I mean, it's still within the rules because my bias at the moment was bearish, because I was thinking we can drop down into the daily fair value gap, and then I played everything else on against in my rules, you know. So we cannot say that we broke the rules, but the bias was not correct. Okay, so yeah, that was for today in terms of London session. Now let's see what I was looking at in NY. So in terms of GJ, we didn't have anything in London session, and I didn't execute anything. I was looking at something here. We'll see now what. Okay, so I can see that it happened also. Let's go with GJ first, because this is where I wanted to. So if I was trading the New York session only, which I was supposed to, and I should have traded New York session only, at least for now, this trade would be also taken. If there isn't, let's see. So what I was looking here for, so I was looking at this, but GU gave me the entry first, so I said only 2 trades per day, and I'm gonna follow that. The first one is London, and this one was on GU. So we're gonna see what I could have taken on GJ, but I didn't because of my rules. So GJ, I saw that now I looked at this correctly. I learned from my mistakes in London, and I applied it here, and I said I'm not gonna repeat it. So on the daily time frame, as I've noted on the Sunday analysis, I'm looking for a price to go up into these sweep out liquidities, maybe even go up here and sweep out that, and then continue lower. So when price reached into the 4-hour order block right here, all we needed is price to push up. We had these targets, and what I was looking at when I came down onto the 1 hour, we can see the price is pushing into the 1 hour fair value gap here, which is the perfect time. Not only that, but we can see that we swept 5-minute lows, not that much of a major liquidity, but it's still a sweep of liquidity, and then from there we displaced up. I was hoping price would stop around here and then come back into the range and give me a setup before this gets reached. This was the drawn liquidity, this was the drawn liquidity, and these two levels were drawn liquidity because they were relatively equal. Okay, you can see these and you can see this high. So that did not happen, and I was still watching for longs, because if I was looking at the bias, we are still supposed to go higher even though we have taken out these levels. So if I ignore the bias, I would probably take a short within here and lose, but I do not want to repeat my mistake, so I'm going to learn from it and apply the bias. So the bias is long, so we are looking for longs even though we have taken out these levels, because we still have drawn liquidity above. And here we move up, we leave a 50-minute fair value gap, an order block right here, and a equilibrium. So once price retraces back into that, I'm expecting to see an inversion on the 1 minute. This is the first one that I was looking at, but it did not get quite inversed, as you can see. And then I didn't take it, you know. So the real one was this one. This was the inversion that you could have executed on if, and I would have executed on if we didn't take a trade on GU. So this was a great setup. As you can see, we closed it on this one. The stop would be here or just below the order block, whatever fits you. I would personally put it below the order block because that is where our idea is invalidated, just like this. And then the target would be, the first one would be above this, just to close out the gap. The gap is, if you are wondering, right here. This was the gap that I was talking about. And then obviously the next liquidity is this one, the next liquidity is this one. So those are the targets. I would probably go with the second one because they are so close. So most likely we are going to go to the both of them. Okay, so this is the trade that I would take on GJ if I didn't take the trade on GU, or if I didn't take the trade on London. Okay, so I limit myself to two trades per day. So this trade was a very good trade and a plus setup, but I didn't take it because of the London trade. Now this is also my mistake because I'm not supposed to trade London sessions, not at least not now. Maybe in the future once I finish school and everything, when I actually can trade London sessions. But for now I have to stick with NY sessions. And here, this would be the correct setup. Now, why I didn't take this setup? Because I took this setup. Okay. Now let's see what we have here. So firstly, I was watching it EU. What I was seeing is, I don't want to repeat my mistake, so I'm obvious that we are bullish, so I stuck to that. And on the 4-hour, we can see the price is going into this order block and moving up. Now when I look at the 1-hour, we have a similar situation as GJ. We are pushing lower into the 1-hour fair value gap, and we have obvious targets above. So those are my obvious targets. From here, we can see a 50-minute sweep of liquidity right here, and then I'm looking at a breaker structure on the upside. Here, I do not get a break structure until this candle. At this point, I was like, this should have been a break structure, so I'm going to check out GJ. Maybe GU. Maybe GU gave the break structure. And as well, like I see, we did get a break structure on GU. And once I looked at from the daily to the 15-minute, I saw that GU is way more high probably, if I can say it like that, because we reached into this daily fair value gap, while on EU we did not. So seeing this, I stuck with GU, and as you can see, we had a move here into the daily fair value gap, and then from here we got a move up. We see a 1-hour fair value gap, we dip lower into it, we sweep 50-minute sell-side liquidity right here, relative equal lows. From there, I'm looking for price to displace higher, give a break structure. We see a displacement up, break structure. We mark out the equilibrium right here, and key levels. Key levels were 5-minute fair value gap and this order block, obvious order block. And from there, once price reaches into either the 5-minute or fair value gap or the order block, we go on to the 1-minute and we look for an inversion. Inversion is right here. Boom. Enter once candle closes above it. This will be here. I got filled a bit higher because of spreads, so my entry should have been like right around here, but when I pressed the button, somehow I got filled here, and that cost me about 1 hour, something like that. So yeah. Now also, this is the classic 2022 model. We have the break structure right here. This is also a confluence, and then 1-minute fair value gap for entries also. I'm testing this new model where I enter on the 1-minute fair value gap or inversion actually, or the break structure, which is what I did here. And the stop is obviously below the order block, because that is where the idea is invalidated. So yeah, this video is going to be a bit longer, but I think that's fine. So we have 3 confluences for longs. You could enter off of any of these 3. I mean, the break structure and the inversion are the same one on this candle. On this candle, you get both the inversion and the break structure, so that is the entry. Now for the targets, it was kind of obvious. We have the buy side liquidity and the London high right here. So that's the 1-hour buy side, because it's a 1-hour swing high, and then the London high. And then as you can see on the 4-hour, I used these relative equal highs as my target because they are so clean, and there's no way that we don't take them out after reaching back down into the daily fair value gap and sweeping liquidity right here on the hard time frames. So basically this was a hard time frame play, and I should have done that both on EU in the London session and on GJ in New York session. So basically the ideal outcome of today's day would be for me to not trade London session, because I'm not trading it at the moment. I only committed myself to New York since I go to school in the morning, and just wait for GJ for this setup that I was looking, and execute this setup on GJ and execute this setup on GU. So that would be the ideal outcome of today. There were great setups today, and I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm really appreciative, and I'm like happy with just the GU trade that I took. Yeah, so this is the GU trade that we took, and yeah, as you can see, the date and the time, and yeah, simple trade, honestly, very good trade, and I'm looking forward to taking these trades even more. Like these type of trades, those are really good. GJ also very good trade, really good price action honestly. And then on EU we did not get such trade, but in London there was that long which was very clean also. So this one basically from this one and to the upside, yeah. That's about it for today. Could have went better, but this is still good. We are still in profit for today, which is completely good.